Hello everyone, this is Dr. Jawad from Total Health Wellness Center. What I'm going to answer today is a very important question because I get this asked a lot by my patients, by my friends, by people, my students, and that is how much water should I be drinking a day? Now, let me just remind you that our body, the average adult body is anywhere from 60 to 75% water, depending on what resource you read. Now, the muscles are about 75% water by weight. Your fat tissue is about 25% water. The bones are about 20% water, and your brain up here, this is 90% water. Okay, so that's very important to know. So the question is, how much water is enough? Now, what I always recommend to the people who are really workout enthusiasts, okay, the more you exercise, the more water you need. I'm just going to put that in there. So what I always recommend for myself is 1 per 1 pound of body weight for 1 ounce, okay? So 128 ounces is a gallon. So I'm 215 pounds. So I'm taking in well above about 1.5 gallons of water a day, mostly 2 gallons of water, because I want to exercise. I exercise a lot, and I want the water to flush out my system. Now that's an exercise enthusiast. The average person, they say, is half of your body weight in water. So what that means is, if you're 160 pounds, you want to take in at least 80 ounces of water a day. Okay, now overweight people should add about 12 ounces of water for every 25 pounds of body weight that they have in their system. Now the question is, why do we need water? The common response that I get from people and patients is, I don't like the taste of water. Why do I need it? Why is it so important? What about coffee? What about sodas? No. Water, because what it does, it helps move the nutrients, it helps move the hormones, it helps with your immune system, helps shunt the antibodies, and also to the oxygen throughout the bloodstream. The water also acts as a lubricant in the joints. Remember, our joints are full of lubrication, so the more water you take in, it's going to help lubricate your joints. And also too, it acts as a shock absorber because the brain and spinal cord is encased in a circulating fluid called cerebrospinal fluid. It's a fluid, so it's water-based. So the more water you have in your system, the better off you're going to function. So the question is not, my main concern is not the water intake. My main concern I try to convey with patients is hydration. Keep yourself hydrated, because some side effects of dehydration are headaches, lack of energy, weight gain, lack of cleansing and detoxification. They're toxic. A weakened immune response, and also an overall lethargy. My patients that come in after a long, hard day, and especially if it's hot outside and they have headaches, I always ask them, how much water did you drink today? Important note, drink as much water in the wintertime as you do in the summertime. It doesn't matter with the climate change, because the water has multiple effects on the body, particularly cleansing and lubrication. Because a 3% water loss, only 3%, can result in some health problems, and a 15% water loss can actually result in death. Now, here's the thing. We could go without food for many days, but we can't go without water. Remember, a 15% loss of water of our 75% body, don't forget it's 70% water, will result in death. So what's most important is, because the urine, every time you urinate, I tell my patients that when you urinate, it should be a clear color. That's when you know that you're fully hydrated. It should only be a bright yellow after taking vitamins or a certain type of vegetables. But overall, it should be clear. The reason being is because urine becomes more concentrated when there's not a lot of water in the system. The water cannot be stored in the body, okay? So it acts as a priority system. So when you're dehydrated, you want to hold water. So when you're properly hydrated, actually you flush the water out of your system. So what happens is that your toxic waste is dumped into tissues, it's dumped to the fat, it's dumped into the joints and the muscles instead of being excreted out through urination. So my recommendation is this. Start drinking a half of your body weight in ounces of water. It's a 21st century, it's 2017, okay, which is going to sound weird in 2018. Everybody's carrying water bottles nowadays. So carry your water bottle, make sure you drink one. Every time you urinate, make sure it's clear, okay? It should never be yellow. Number 2 recommendation, I always recommend eat more fruits and vegetables. They are packed with electrolytes. Now, electrolytes are all like the minerals that our body needs for overall function. This is your magnesium, this is your calcium, this is your potassium, this is your sodium, this is your chloride. These are magnesiums that your body needs, these are electrolytes that your body needs to improve overall function, and fruits and vegetables are loaded with them. So recommendation number 3, either Celtic salt or Himalayan salt, sprinkle just a little bit of this on your food. Okay, this salt is good because it adds to the electrolyte balance that we need, like the sodium, potassium that we get from the fruits and vegetables, but it's just an extra additive. Okay, so Himalayan sea salt or Celtic sea salt is good. 4th recommendation, very important, okay? Movement and exercise, because it increases the circulation throughout the body. Now, the question I always get is, what type of exercise should I take? Which exercise should I do? Is this should be good? Is that should be good? And my answer is, I don't care. I don't care what you're doing, okay? Just as long as you're doing something, whether it be cardiovascular training, burst training, HIIT training, again, jumping jacks, standing on your head, I don't care. I like weight training, that's my thing. The most important thing is that you're moving. Just going for a walk. The reason being is because movement and exercise helps improve the circulation and your overall electrolyte levels and gets more nutrients into the cell. Also too, exercise, what it does, the muscles act as a pumping mechanism also to remove toxins that are stored in. Remember, if you're not moving, all these toxins get stored in the fat, they get stored in the joints, they get stored in the tissues, they get stored in your colon. So exercise is multifactorial as a benefit to improve overall health, okay? So remember these 4 steps. Step number 1, the amount of water you should be drinking is at least half the amount of your body weight. So if you're 160 pounds, you should be taking in at least 80 ounces of water. Number 2, increase your fruits and vegetables, very important. Recommendation number 3, sprinkle a little bit of Himalayan sea salt or some other kind of salt, sea salt on your foods, again, to improve the electrolyte balance in your system. And recommendation number 4, very, very important, exercise. At least 3 days a week, minimal 20 minutes a day. And that just basically just start off with setting your alarm a half an hour early and going out for a 20-minute walk first thing in the morning. Your body will love you for it. Okay, so if you do those 4 things, you're going to be well hydrated, and that water that you're consuming is going to be properly balanced with electrolytes as well, and your overall health would improve. So, thank you for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like my Facebook page. Hit the like button down below here, and make sure if you like it, share with a friend. Visit my website, www.totalhealthdepage.com. My phone number is 630-653-2225, and always thanks for watching.